Okay, this video I'm gonna reintroduce the online training at Freddy's Modern Kung Fu. Right now it's March 9th, 2016. So this is gonna be my new approach to approach the online training. I made so many videos, thousands of videos, and there's videos online that have talked about online training from so long ago. But this, the whole thing, I shut it down and the channel shut down, and then now the channel's back, and then now um, I've reorganized and I've come up with a different approach for the online training. The main thing is I attempted to advertise it in the past, but I just didn't get enough people, or just not enough people that are taking it seriously, and it just wasn't worth the money paying out for the internet to you know to try to locate students online. It just wasn't happening. But now it's just a different approach because I recently just found out that I'm able to get internet within my Kun at no extra cost because I'm already paying for it from my home, and then luckily I'm able to get the Wi-Fi for Xfinity at my Kun, so it's not costing me any extra money to have internet service at the Kun. So then now I'm going to be able to have that as an available option for the people that might be interested. I'm not really too confident in believing that I'll find many people interested, but just having the opportunity, I think, is something that is worth it. It doesn't hurt me to offer it because I already have the internet here, and it doesn't hurt the school to at least have that option available. I just feel that maybe 1 in 1,000 or 1 in 10,000 might be the right fit for this type of training. People can get free things so easily. Rather than buy a song for $1 or $2, people are just downloading it for free. And rather than watching a movie and paying money to watch it, people are just watching it, streaming it online for free. People are just getting so many things for free, and I don't want to exploit the martial arts in that manner. I refuse to just teach it publicly, not knowing who I'm teaching. So whoever decides to train with me is going to be more of like a personal relationship where I get to know who I'm training. We're going to actually be live, and it's not just a video that you're just watching and following, and the person that made the video doesn't even know who you are. I don't really believe martial arts training should be conducted in that manner. So basically what I'm going to charge is just going to be the same exact rate that I charge everybody that I train directly. And if you go on my website at freddysmodernKungFu.com, you could find the rates on that website, and it'll break it down to tell you how much I charge by the hour, and then by an hour and a half, and then by 2 hours. So the people have the option of either training within a class setting where they're just jumping into a class, or they're training, or their option is to train privately, where it's a one-on-one lesson. And then if they train privately, it's going to be a different cost. But the training is, if they train in the morning, if you train in the mornings, it could be an hour, or it could be 2 hours. People have the option of either getting into, they could decide that they want to do fitness training and just that, if they want to do self-defense training and just that, or if they want to enter into the martial arts program. The martial arts program incorporates the fitness training, the self-defense training, combat training, and it incorporates the meditation. The way the typical class goes, if the people join the morning class, is usually a 2-hour lesson, and usually there's going to be like 30 minutes of stretching. There'll be about 30 minutes of strength training and cardio combined, and then there's going to be about 30 minutes, or about 30 minutes of combat training, or maybe an hour of combat training, or just a little bit more of the fitness training. It's just like a combination of that. Once a week, I do offer the meditation training for a whole hour long. Okay, the school does not. Well, the school does have rank at this moment, but it's gonna be more of a verbal evaluation that occurs yearly. It'll be a yearly verbal evaluation, and you'll be assessed according to your development in the body, mind, and spirit. If the people have desire to achieve rank within the school, then they have to train here at least a year, and they have to train in all aspects of development, body, mind, and spirit. They have to attend the meditation training once a week. They have to do the combat training. They have to do the fitness training. The combat training will consist of what I call the tiger form, which is it's basically further developing. It's not something that's completed. It's something that I'm going to add on to as time passes, but it's at a certain level of development right now. People will be learning the tiger form. You don't need any equipment for that form to learn. And then the next form that people will be learning is the phoenix form, which is the form that I've created for the use with the wooden dummy. You don't necessarily have to have a wooden dummy to practice the phoenix form, but it will be very beneficial to have one. The phoenix form is a very highly developed and pretty complex form. So a lot of the training on the combat is going to be focused and revolved around that. Types of equipment that I would recommend would be like weight sets like dumbbells, a pull-up bar, and if they could get a rack, then that would be helpful. A wooden dummy would be extremely beneficial. Those would be probably the primary, things that I would recommend to purchase in order to progress within this training. But that's pretty much what it is. I mean, the people that are in the martial arts program would also get the opportunity to get to know the other individuals that are trained within the martial arts directly and try to develop, relations with these individuals as well. The people within that choose the martial arts is more of a long-term commitment, more of a lifestyle, where there's going to be more commitment involved. People in the fitness and the self-defense is more short-term, just kind of, just learn what you feel that you need to learn, and then, quit when you feel like you need to quit. But the martial arts is more of a dedicated person who really wants to progress further. These people that choose to do the online training, eventually in the future, maybe arrangements can be made to travel to Chicago and train directly, and there we could work on more drills and, sparring and things like that, of which you can't really do at home by yourself. And then you'd be charged, according to how much I normally charge a person that trains with me directly, I just felt to at least give the option. As I stated, I'm not sure, I'm not too confident that many people would actually gonna go through with it, because, like I said, people get so many things for free out there, and there's a lot of high quality instructional videos out there from various different instructors, and a lot of people put things on videos teaching, but this one, I don't want to do that. I refuse to do that. I want to have a direct communication with the person that I'm teaching, and a relationship with the person I'm teaching, a teacher-student relationship, a master-disciple relationship, essentially a relationship that could last for a lifetime, and it's not just about fighting, it's about your overall development as a human being, and the training, I'll be just setting up the camera, it'll be on Skype, and you just follow along. You've seen if you've seen videos of the past that I've made, you see how I just exercise and you just follow along. It'd be something similar to that. If it's a smaller class, then you might get a little more attention, and I'll try to explain things a little bit more. But for the most part, you just be following along. I set up the camera, and you follow along the best that you possibly can. And then when it comes to the meditation, it happens every Saturday at 9:30 in the morning, 9:30 to 10:30. You would attend the meditation with us, and for the whole hour, you'd be learning the meditation at that moment as well. So people that are interested, you could ask more questions. You could call me. You could text me. You could email me at freddysmodernkungfu@live.com, ask me whatever questions you want to ask me. But this is my new approach. You know, there's not going to really be any the sharing of online videos of your progress. Maybe at least, it's up to my discretion, but maybe at least a year into it or more. You know, um, this is not. This is for personal development. It's not for like showing off or ego gratification or nothing like that. It's just like a personal individual development, and just get to the training. And another thing is I don't want anything recorded, so there has to be a lot of trust. I don't want the person that I'm training, the student, to be recording any of the training. I want the training to be live, and I want it to be unrecorded, and just basically, um, there's a lot of trust involved, you know. So that's gonna be my new approach, and it'll be at least a year into it before the person will even get ranked and assessed, through a verbal evaluation of their progress. Um, but I feel that there's potential if the person takes it serious to really advance within the school if they train hard and they're dedicated. They could clearly advance physically with the fitness. They could clearly advance with the combat, and they could clearly advance with the meditation. The only thing that kind of completes it is maybe the sparring, which could just be arranged maybe once a year or once every 6 months to travel to Chicago to work on those skill sets directly, you know. Um, but like I said, if anybody's interested, feel free to email me, call me, text me, and ask any questions, and then we can move forward from there.